Welcome guys to the new video. So today's topic is on shrinkage once again. On one of the last videos about shrinkage, I received a comment from a viewer that he wants me to, dig a little deeper into this topic and explain it in more detailed manner with help of some examples so that it's easy for understanding for people who are relatively new to this field. So taking that feedback, I've created this video on the shrinkage parameters. So let's start with the same. So we are going to talk about call center shrinkage today. So what exactly shrinkage is? So shrinkage is basically the difference between the number of agents available to take calls versus the number of agents on a break, attending meetings or attending any training, doing after call work, any unplanned leaves, any planned leaves, weekly offs. So that is all call center shrinkage is about. Now moving forward, what is the definition of shrinkage? So it refers to the time for which you pay the agents to serve customers versus the actual time they spend doing so. So to give you a more detailed explanation of this, so let's say we talk about a 9-hour shift. So in a 9-hour shift, you give 1 hour of break to the agent. So that 1 hour of break is basically the time for which you are paying the agent when the agent is on a break and not attending the calls. So the difference between these two is shrinkage. So that is the number of time or the amount of time the agent spent speaking with the customers versus the amount of time for which he is not dealing with customers. It could be for any reason. It could be that the agent is on a coaching, or agent is on a break, or agent went for a half day, unplanned half day, or the agent took a leave. So that difference is basically shrinkage. So the difference between these two, that is the number of the amount of time that that you pay for the agent and the amount of time the agent is spending in dealing with the customers. So that is shrinkage. So it lets you measure how much time agents spend doing something other than helping customers. So there are several alternative definitions across the industry which are similar. uh, so while the definition may vary from one organization to the other organization, from one process to the other process, it can be measured in different ways. It can be measured in terms of number of employees, or it can be measured in terms of number of hours lost. So shrinkage is very important when we are talking about calculating our resource requirement, because we need to factor in the shrinkage to get to a number which is a healthy number, which is required to cater to a specific call volume or the volume of work. So shrinkage is very important for that. So there are two types of shrinkages. External, there are two factors basically which impact the shrinkage. One is the external factor. So external factor is any holidays, any leaves, any absenteeism, anybody leaving early from work or coming late to work. These are external factors. Internal factors are paid breaks that we discussed just now, with an example of 9-hour shift in which 8 hours is login and 1 hour is the break. So for that 1 hour also you are paying the agent. You're not deducting his salary for that 1 hour period, right? So team meetings, one-on-one meetings, coachings, training sessions, any downtime. So these are all internal factors. Now in most of the call centers that I have worked with, or since I've been in the industry for quite a long time, so mostly the shrinkage is calculated in terms of planned and unplanned shrinkage. So what is planned shrinkage and what is unplanned shrinkage? To give you a simple example, planned, as the word means, something which is planned, something which is which we are already aware of. Unplanned means something which is not planned. We are not aware of any leaves that agent might take because of sickness. So that is unplanned. Nobody can plan sickness, right? I cannot plan sickness, that I am sick, I'll be sick tomorrow. So it can happen anytime. So it is something, which is not in my control or not in anybody's control. So that is the difference between planned and unplanned. So now we talk about this in detail. So while internal external are two standard categories, call center planners sometimes look into planned and unplanned shrinkage. So there are two formulas available to calculate shrinkage. One is when we talk about in terms of number of agents. So when we calculate shrinkage in terms of number of agents, what we do, we calculate planned shrinkage. So planned shrinkage is number of week offs plus number of planned leaves divided by the total head count multiplied by 100 is your planned shrinkage. Unplanned shrinkage is basically number of people who are absent plus half day divided by 2. So why we have done this half day divided by 2? Because for half day the agent was productive, and for the other half the agent was not productive. So that's why we have divided it by 2, because he worked only for half day. Total rostered count, and that would be divided by total rostered count multiplied by 100, that gives us unplanned shrinkage. So then we calculate shrinkage as planned shrinkage plus unplanned shrinkage, wherein the head count means the total number of agents which are authorized or approved for your process, and total rostered count is your total head count minus planned leaves and weekly offs. So that's what planned and unplanned shrinkage is all about. Then the next is when we calculate the shrinkage in terms of hours. So that how we do that? That is 1 minus total staffed hours divided by total scheduled hours multiplied by 100. So staffed hours, what is staffed hours? So let's say 8 hours of login is required. You have rostered 80 people. So 80 people have taken calls for 8 hours, right? So you calculate the staffed hours on the basis of number of calls that the agents have taken multiplied with their AHT plus the avail time. So avail time is again productive, because it's no fault of the agent that the call was not coming. He was sitting on avail mode. He was available to take call, but the call volume was not there, or the call was not there. So he was sitting idle for that time. So that will also be added. Any productive walks that you might use, maybe some people in some processes, a coaching is treated as a productive walks. Or somebody working on emails, instead of taking calls, he's handling 2 queues, so he's taking calls as well, since the call volume is not there. So you put him on the email, so he's probably using email aux, so that is again productive aux. So that will be added. So that will give us the total staffed hours, and total schedule hours will be, if say there are 80 people rostered who are supposed to log in for 8 hours, so 80 multiplied by 8, 640 will be the hours, schedule hours. So total staffed hours, as we discussed, total calls answered multiplied by AST plus avail time plus productive aux, and total schedule hours is total agent hours rostered for the day or a week or a month. So if you are calculating shrinkage for a day, you will consider total agent hours rostered for that particular day. If you are doing it for a week, you will consider it for that week. If you are doing it for a month, you will consider it for that month. So that is how the shrinkage is calculated in terms of hours. So there are both ways that you can use to calculate shrinkage, but the most common and mostly used formula or the way of calculating shrinkage is unplanned and planned shrinkage. So that's the way across the industry people calculate shrinkage. So now let me explain you this with the help of some examples. So let's say we have a team of 100 people, 100 head count is available to us, out of which 12 people have weekly offs and 8 are on planned leave. So we are talking about one single day here. We are taking example of a day. So what will be our planned shrinkage? So planned shrinkage formula, as we know, number of week offs plus number of planned leaves divided by total head count into 100 would be the planned shrinkage. So here in this case, 12 plus 8, which is 20, divided by 100 into 100, that is 20% will be the planned shrinkage. So what will be the rostered count? Since 12 people are on weekly offs, which is there on the roster, 8 have planned leaves, which is again there on the rostered. So out of 100 we have rostered only 80 people for the shift. So the rostered count will be 100 minus 20, which is 80. Now suppose 8 people have taken full day unplanned leave and 4 people have taken half day unplanned leave out of the 80 people that we have rostered for the day. So we will calculate unplanned shrinkage. So unplanned shrinkage, we know number of absent plus half day divided by 2. So in our case it will be number of absent is 8, half day is 4 by 2. So 8 plus 4 by 2 is 2, which is 8 plus 2, 10 divided by total rostered count, which is 80. So 10 divided by 80 multiplied by 100, which is 12.5%. Now to calculate shrinkage, we'll add these two, that is 20% plus 12.5%. We get the shrinkage, which is 32.5%. So that's how we calculate shrinkage in terms of number of employees or number of people. Now coming to the to calculate shrinkage in terms of hours, how do we do that? So let's say in the same example we had rostered 80 people and we have no unplanned leave. All 80 were present in the office for the full day, and at the end of the day when we calculated the staff hours, we found that the staff hours that we got is 600 hours versus a target scheduled hour of 640. Why we are saying 640 is because we have 80 people, they have to deliver 8 hours login each, so 80 multiplied by 8 is 640 hours. So 640 hours were scheduled and we got 600 staff hours out of that. So shrinkage will be 1 minus total staffed hours, which is 600, divided by total scheduled hours, which is 640, multiplied by 100, which is 6.25%. So hope this video was more elaborative since I have included the examples now. If you still have any questions, any doubts, you can get in touch with me on my email ID. I'll mention that email ID in the description box of this video, so you can drop in your queries on that email and I'll be able to respond to them. Thank you for watching. You have a great day.